Doing. Jobs, jobs, jobs. They are not easy to come by, and with more on what's being done to bring more jobs to the area, the unemployment rate, and how lawmakers are desperately trying to alleviate the problem, Congressman Kevin Yoder is with me this morning to talk about how he'd like to fix the problem with his Startup Act. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning, Kelly.
Tell us, what does this mean to the local job environment?
Well, we need to get more Americans back to work. The national unemployment rate's 8%. It's a little bit lower in our area, in our region, but we still know there are Americans struggling trying to find jobs. The Startup Act recognizes that it's new companies we need to get formed, entrepreneurs, innovators that create most of the jobs in the country. And so what we're focusing on is how do we get that job growth coming to our area, limiting regulations, finding more access to capital, all sorts of things that startup companies tell us are important.
And you're also talking about the entrepreneurial talent to create jobs in America, attract and retain. Why is that so important?
Well, we find a lot of employers who say we can't find employees. So we have employers who can't find employees, employees who can't find work, and so we're trying to get them matched up, and that means we need more science, technology, engineering, and math students, that STEM field. And so this legislation focuses on bringing more of those folks to the area.
And that's for both men and women, of course.
Absolutely.
You know, every time we turn on the news, we hear about a job fair that you're doing locally, especially pertaining to veterans. Give us some numbers from some of the recent job fairs.
Well, we had a job fair just recently in Olathe where we had 1,500 job seekers. We had almost 100 employees. 100 employers looking for job seekers. For the first hour, we had it only for veterans, so veterans could get the first stab at the new jobs that were out there. And so what we're trying to do is do everything we can to match up employers, employees, and put them to work beyond the legislation we're focusing on in Washington, D.C.
Also accelerating university research.
Absolutely. That's part of the Startup Act as well. We know that research and development is important to the area. We're trying to work with all the companies and the chamber in the area to try to create a bioscience corridor with new technology companies so that we have some exciting new employers that continue to come to the area.
So someone looking for a job right now, what does this mean to them?
Well, it means that we're going to continue to promote new business growth, new small business entrepreneurial growth. So those innovative new companies, that's the thing we're focused on right now.
Something near and dear to your heart. That's where you started.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you have something to be proud of this morning, telling me about the Spirit of Enterprise Award. You were handed that on Friday. What does that mean, and how proud are you? Well,
a lot of my first year in Congress on how to create jobs, how to get the economy going again, sort of some unifying things that both parties can come together on. This was an award by the U.S. Chamber, just recognizing that I've supported a lot of pro-growth, pro-economic policies that help get the economy going again. So it was a neat award, but now we're back to work.
And that was my next question. Last question is, what's next for Congressman Yoder and the Startup Act? What happens with that, too?
Well, it's a bipartisan bill. It's in both the House and Senate. Senator Jerry Moran from Kansas is pushing it in the Senate, and so it's kind of unique. It's a bipartisan bill, and both chambers are working on it. So it's the kind of thing I think that we can get behind that is pro-growth legislation that can focus on jobs, and that's what I get up every day and work on. So.
Well, thank you for joining us and updating us. Congratulations on your award.
I appreciate it.
Gary, over to you.